This isn't a thing about weight, which is exactly how fitness is sold generally in the whole population, especially when it comes to women. It always has to be about fat loss. It always has to be about weight loss. No. So that's why I'm saying it's for everyone, for women generally. I'm not going to say if for a woman who wants to lose weight, for a woman who
wants to gain weight. It doesn't matter if you're 46 kgs or if you're 102 kgs.
Yeah.
If this is also for someone who doesn't feel like they're a fitness person, but then they're interested. If you have any curiosity in starting a fitness lifestyle, and
you getting in fitness for health reasons because you're diabetic and you want to lose weight does not make your reason more valid than I who wants to build my bum or than any fitness is for everyone. It doesn't matter what your reason is, as long as that reason that gets you to work out.
Because people had a lot to say. We were even threatened. Let me start with the threats.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Shujaa Fitcast. My name is Kanyeki Kamawe. I'm the host of the show as well as the founder of Shujaa Fitness, the brand. And welcome to a special edition of the Fitcast, episode 10. In celebrating this milestone, it just works out somehow that the ladies of the Bootycamp are taking over this episode. It wasn't planned to be a celebration of the milestone, but I think it worked out perfectly. We have Rachel Wamwere and Njoki Ndirangu who are going to take over this episode to share with you their vision for an event that they've been putting together for some months, that they've held actually. This is yet another edition that's coming up on April the 1st. I thought it would be a great idea for the ladies to come through and share their vision about fitness in general, but also their rationale behind this particular event, which is geared towards women, empowering them with information and knowledge and practical application on the actual day on the 1st of April, where they will work out with a group of ladies and just enlighten them about fitness as a whole and give them tips and tools to be able to make more progress. Two young ladies who are each individually trainers in their own right took the chance to do something together, to put out an event like this that helps other people out there is a great thing and something worth highlighting. And it's something that I believe this show is meant to do, which is highlighting our local talents, people who are making strides towards promoting health, wellness, just generally a happier and fitter life for everyone. At the same time, demystifying what fitness is about. And that's something that these two ladies are very adamant about, but in their own special way. So I thought it would be really cool to get somewhat of an insight into how these two ladies think about fitness and why they put together the event. Hopefully this helps anyone out there who might be interested in this event learn more and also maybe get interested in what these two ladies do individually. But most of all, I just hope that it helps to give more perspective about the possibilities around fitness, the different approaches also that can be taken in getting fit. There's no one size fits all to this entire journey, and that's something that we always talk about on this show. And I think Njoki and Rachel are doing a great job in communicating the different ways fitness can be approached. They speak specifically from a women's point of view, but I think a lot of these things apply across the board. But this one is for the ladies, so tune in. I hope you enjoy the show. Shout out to these ladies. Shout out to all the guests we've had so far on this show. I'm really humbled that people have taken time out of their days to come through, have a conversation with us. Sometimes those conversations have been hours and hours long. I don't take it for granted because I know also we're busy in life, so I am really grateful for that. Looking forward to putting out a lot more content in the future. There's a lot more work to be done, of course. This is by no means a scratch of the surface, and I'm just looking forward to hopefully promoting a lot more local talent, a lot more useful information, hopefully some inspiration. I hope this show serves as a source of good things, fitness-wise, life-wise. Generally, I just hope that this show turns into something that can impact a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And thank you for all those who've shared it, all those who continue to share the show. So a side note about this episode, there were a few hitches here and there with the sound, but overall it's very audible. Just teething issues with podcasting, and hopefully down the line we'll have figured out everything to do with the production process. But these are just some of those issues we run into. It's all part of the process, and it's nothing that's out of the ordinary. I hope you still enjoy this episode. Without further ado, here is episode 10. Shout out to the Bootycamp. Check them out, shout them out, DM them, pay for the event, sign up. Thank you so much to Rachel and Njoki, and much love.
That's how we connected after the masterclass. When we met, and it was the first time meeting, and it seemed like we had met before, but it was actually the first time we had ever met in person.
Yeah, because we had a very long period of talking.
Yeah.
And we'd not met before. Yeah. But then I think the way we've been working, it looks like we've known each other for like a very long time, because it's hard to pull apart maybe our friendship and the business and everything. So yes, that's how I met her, and I was trying to convince her to go to the masterclass. And I remember she was asking me, specifically, what is this class about? What am I going to learn? And it was so hard to explain, because I don't know how you
said many things without saying anything. Eventually, she was like, "You go."
But I said so many things, because I was, how do you compile 6 hours of sitting?
It's not
and
possible.
Learning?
Yeah,
in a sentence. I couldn't. But yeah, just go,
because it's just life changing.
Yeah.
So you just say, you just go, like your mindset shifts.
And I think, that one you went to, I didn't come for that class because I was working.
Yes, it was a Friday.
Yes. Yeah. And then we officially met at the ladies one.
Oh, it was that one.
The ladies edition one.
Yes.
Yes, it's that one that we met at.
Yeah.
So that's how we met. But then I realized I was going to say, I thought we had the same line of like how we work. But then not really. We've just synchronized them now after starting to work together. Because I was more on the way my brand has shifted to building and just being more empathetic towards my clients. You were doing that before me. I was more on the very hard and harsh kind of.
I had to already have... I can say I was already there, but then not as enlightened as I am now with the knowledge that we've acquired from Coach. When you're dealing with ladies online and versus in person, which I don't know how to say this.
Yeah.
This is my own experience. I find that with my online clients, just because you are not there and we're not meeting constantly, we end up needing to go deeper on very other levels, and they are able to tell you didn't work out, why? So they have to tell you why they didn't work out. So maybe I've had people say I'm having stories with my marriage and my relationship, and that's really affecting me, or my work, this is happening, and then you need to empathize with that situation and create solutions and strategies for everything around their life, because you're not there with them to do that for them, like in person. But then now with the personal one, it's I find it very transactional. It's I come, I train you, you go. I come, I train you, you go. Then previously I felt as though I'm prying if I'm asking more deeper questions to my in-person clients, but then with the online, because of the distance, I need to know you. I need to know you. Yeah.
She's a fantastic online coach, because I think generally online coaching tends to be very, as he's saying, distant, but I feel like you found a way to just work it through. Yeah.
It's not been easy though, and I'm not perfect, but I have found a way to work.
She's good at her job. She's lying.
You guys,
she's lying. So when now we met, our coach had an idea for us to do something together. She saw that she'd been talking about someone doing booty classes for the longest time possible, but I think she just couldn't convince people enough. And she took a long time convincing us, because she gave us the idea kitambo, and we were just like, is this even
in
a
my
thing?
head? It didn't even register. It's those things that people say, but then
Yeah.
for you, it's not like a thing.
I didn't see how that was a thing. I didn't see the possibility. I'm like, how is this? How do you just say that that's just, no. So it took a very long time to convince us to do it and to work together.
A few months, yeah.
Yeah, a few months actually. And finally, I think we just gave in, and we're just like, you know what, let's try this and see how it is. And here we are.
Okay, now tell us, how did the Bootycamp start? What is the Bootycamp first?
The Bootycamp is an event where women come and we teach them the strategies to grow their glutes. So it's a workout. So we're going to work out. We train glutes specifically. And towards the end, you're going to hear some of the testimonials that people ended up giving about glutes.
Yeah.
Their glutes after the class. So you're coming, you should expect to work out, and you should expect to know how to grow your glutes after you leave us. What you can implement in your day-to-day routine to see the kind of change that you are looking for.
Yes, absolutely. And this is coming from, so both our fitness journeys have been of weight gain and just generally trying to build our bodies in ways that we wanted. So those are questions that we'd get all the time. So now that was also one of the motivations for us to, come up with a Bootycamp. And we're just like, why not? Yeah. This can actually be a thing, because it's a question. Ladies will come and tell you, so I want to lose my tummy, but I don't want to lose this. I think that is the most common asked question that trainers get. And we are very dismissive in answering it.
I think so. But just because
Yeah.
we've done it, you're like, oh yeah, it's easy. You think everyone knows. So,
And then you go fully into mode, you can't spot reduce and you can't do this and do this. But then it's kind of, you've just bypassed what the client has asked you. I said in the previous episode, we have to stop imposing our goals on clients as trainers. As a trainer, it doesn't matter your facts or whatever it is that if a client has come and told you they really, really want to build their bum, this is what they want with their bodies, because not all women want to lose weight. You've not had those women who come, but me, I'm okay, I don't want to lose weight, I just want to tone. You know what that is, yes, but then you go into the whole defense of, no, you can't lose it. Yeah, so we just decided, no, let's just give women what they want.
Yeah, and we've, as you said, both ended up shifting how we looked before and how we look now. Our journeys have been both of weight gain and weight loss, but then in the end you find a certain state that you feel comfortable in, and that state seems to be like the general norm of what women want to look like.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it didn't seem a far-fetched idea for us to create that kind of a service for other women.
Yeah.
Nice. This question has been answered implicitly, but just to make it clear, who is the Bootycamp for?
Okay, so the Bootycamp is generally for women who are interested in glute growth. When you talk about glute growth, that's your booty, and that seems very general, but the reason why I'm saying it like that, it's because it's not a thing of either or, fat loss, weight loss. This isn't a thing about weight, which is exactly how fitness is sold generally in the whole population, especially when it comes to women. It always has to be about fat loss. It always has to be about weight loss. No. So that's why I'm saying it's for everyone, for women generally. I'm not going to say if for a woman who wants to lose weight, for a woman who
wants to gain weight. Doesn't matter if you're 46 kgs or if you're 102 kgs.
Yeah. If
you feel like your bum is something you want to work on, you can come.
Absolutely. So it's that's what it is, because I really wanted us to eliminate the thing of it's weight loss, because we have women who come and they tell you, people think it's only when you're small when you can build your bum, but then it's the thing of maybe you have to lose weight for you to tone. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
it's an absolute lie.
It's also for anyone who has never been to a gym, and maybe you still won't train at a gym, maybe your life does not allow you to be going to the gym, but then we will be able to give you exercises that you can even do at home if you're training at home. This is also for someone who doesn't feel like they're a fitness person, but then they're interested. If you have any curiosity in starting a fitness lifestyle, and that doesn't mean that starting a fitness lifestyle just because of your bum is a vain idea, and this is something you've talked about.
Yes, why do it? Because with an interview I think I did with someone for their YouTube channel, they asked me, why are women obsessed with building their bums? And I asked him, why are men obsessed with building their chest? Why?
We
it's
allowed.
the same thing. Why are we? Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't. You getting in fitness for health reasons because you're diabetic and you want to lose weight does not make your reason more valid than I who wants to build my bum or than fitness is for everyone. It doesn't matter what your reason is, as long as that reason that gets you to work out.
Iko sawa.
You want to look good naked. You want to climb Mount Kenya. You want to, because people, hikers don't have the goal of my body wants to look. They want endurance,
performance. Bora tu afike kule juu.
So for whatever reason, I think we have to stop looking at the idea of it being
vain.
Yeah.
Or
why not?
Because eventually you start training glutes, and we will tell you to train glutes 2 to 3 times a week, in as much as we will receive some hardship from other people wenye wanajijua wakisikia hii podcast. But after, if the lady comes and she wants to start training 2 to 3 times, then she feels like, I think I can add 1 more day. But then she won't train her glutes only. She'll venture into her upper body. She'll venture into her arms. Yeah. So eventually, we are having a lady who was entering the fitness regime for very vain, quote unquote, reasons, but eventually has entered into a very wholesome journey, a very wholesome lifestyle habit that will take us away from needing to change our bodies in ways that have more health risks.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let me also go back to saying who this bootcamp is for. I think it's for, she said, if you've not trained before, if you've been training and you've not been getting results, because we had those kind of ladies come to the bootcamp and
with one workout.
Yeah. And they're like, how have you been training? So over the past, I'd say maybe 2 years, I've gained about 15 kgs. And that's like the number one thing that's very mind-blowing. But where is it? But those things. And someone's like, I've been training for 2 years and I've not seen the same results. You can be training for 2 to 3 years, but what are you doing in those 2 to 3 years? So if you've been training for a while and you've not been getting results, we are going to be answering those questions for you, because in the event, it's not just sort of a boot camp, come, let's work out and die, then go home. It's very, us, first of all, teaching you the movements, what exactly it is you're doing, why exactly you're doing it, the different variations of doing it, what works for you. It's not what works for someone else. Not everyone has to be force-fed back squats, that sort of thing, because we all think, we have 15 leg exercises, we all have to do all of them. No. So if you've been working out for a while and you've not been seeing results, this is also for you.
I think it's bouncing off every time you say something. I remember who else it's for. It's for the lady who wants community. The community. If you go on our page and you see the pictures of our last Bootycamp, you'd think people, these are a group of friends who know each other. Who are training. And the benefit of joining the Bootycamp is that you will leave knowing one extra person, and you will leave knowing us, and we have an accountability system even outside that day's event that will allow you in the most basic of ways to stay on top of your fitness journey if you also work with us. We've created a system that allows someone to maintain consistency if they also keep tabs with us. I want to ask you, on that note of community, what was your highlight, or what's your highlight of like this past one that we've had, or just generally the communities that we've created, whether in the event or outside? What's one of your highlights? Okay, there were two. the hip thrust station was crazy.
Who? I was gonna say that.
I know. The hip thrust station was crazy. And
what is a hip thrust station?
It's only the people who are in the last one who can know. So, okay, not only the hip thrust station, but however the people were grouped.
Yeah.
And it still, there was just a certain energy.
Yeah.
There was an energy of people supporting each other.
Yeah.
Even outside even the hip thrust station, you'd go to a certain set of twos, and this one is really helping this one, carrying their weight for them, telling them go again, let's add the weight. So that was good. Maybe you can explain what the hip thrust station was.
So when you come to the event, and let's say we're about 10-20 women, the way we do it is to divide them into groups, pairs, groups. And for this specific past event, we had a station where we were supersetting 2 exercises. That's the hip, actually bridges.
It was bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah.
And so bridges are just a variation of your hip thrust. You have your weight on your pelvis and you pump it up and down, you're lying on the floor. So we were supersetting that and reverse lunges. And we had ladies, people were sore for 2 weeks. Sorry, just come, you won't be sore for 2 weeks.
So ni kitu ya kufanya
usikuje bootcamp. So we were supersetting those two and it was brutal. And I remember we had ladies who had not done bridges. We had ladies who'd never trained, like at all. That was their first day. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's for everyone.
We are able to scale it down to your ability and your fitness level.
Yeah.
No one will feel left out. No one will make you feel left out. Yeah. And if you're a strong person, we will push you to your abilities.
So we had women who had not done the hip thrust. I'm like, this one is, I can't do this weight. Let me tell you, there's nothing like you can't. And the women coming, the ladies coming from their stations to come and cheer you to push and finish that weight. That was absolutely amazing. We're gonna show you guys
because then now
photos.
After that, the ladies come out saying, "Oh, if I can do that,
what
then I
else
can try something else." It just gives and boosts confidence.
That seems to be a really huge part of this. And the more you guys are discussing it, the more this phrase keeps ringing in my head. Why does CrossFit keep winning? Because it's essentially what you guys are talking about.
Absolutely. You come to a space not knowing, actually saying, I can't do this. And then you have people showing you why you can.
Why and how you can.
This is a question I had. Do they build on each other, or is each of them a separate experience on their own?
Each of them is a separate experience on their own, because then it's still a new concept. We're still growing it. Eventually that could be the goal, but then now, because we're going to have people who didn't come to the first one come to the second one, and we don't want them to feel left out. One of our values is to be able to include a lot of women, as you just said, people who've not been training. So if that person comes to something that's a third edition of something, they're gonna start to feel left out. Oh, this isn't for me, this is no. So for now, they're all different individual events, but they're not the same event. Doesn't mean the same way you came the first one, second one, they're just going to be copy pasted. Oh no, all of them are just experiences on their own.
Nice. So how about we give a taste of some of the testimonials from the last Bootycamp, if you will.
Okay. Let's see. People had a lot to say. We were even threatened. Let me start with the threat.
Okay.
The threat was because we had said, let me show you. So one person said, my butt was aching, Jana. I didn't know my butt can ache. No, she said, I didn't know just my butt can ache.
Let me tell you, that was the most said thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know just my bum
can ache.
That's very funny. That's very hilarious.
Because what we are doing is specializing on one specific area. As you said in Njoki, there's some ladies who need to come to the Bootycamp because they've been training for 2 years, but whenever they do a leg day, their quads and their hammies are
take over.
Gone, they're hammered. However, their glutes, they can still sit on the toilet comfortably, which is unheard of, or rather should be unheard of. Yeah.
How?
So the fact that we are able to teach women how to specialize in training a particular muscle, that's just the small tweak that you need to... I will say this. Coming to the bootcamp might be the investment that you need to make to give you the knowledge you require for the rest of your booty growing journey.
Yes.
Yeah. Those few hours that you come, you train, you learn, you get the specific tweaks that are making what we are teaching you different from what you're doing at home. Then now, if you implement those consistently over a period of time, then you see the result.
I like that, and like that you're saying tweaks, because it's all... There is no special exercise, actually. I'm going to go ahead and say that. It's the squat you've been doing, it's the lunges you've been doing, it's the step-ups, it's the same.
Hakuna secret.
There's a but.
Yeah.
But. The small tweaks are the ones that really, because there are some things that you do, like when you're doing your lunges, there's a way you can tilt them to be quad dominant, to be glute dominant.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that we're telling you, we're going to show you, because it's really in the technique. You can be lunging all your life and maybe not feel your bum.
Yeah.
But if you have a wider stance in your reverse lunge and you're leaning forward, now things like those are exactly
the ones
what
that will
we
help
tell you
you
about. Yeah. So that was the most said one. I didn't know just my butt.
Just my butt can ache.
Yeah.
The next one was, my legs are dead. My legs are dead. Laughing face. And booty.
Nice. Yeah.
Then after that, someone replied and said, you people should be sending us all M-Pesa. Cause what? So she said, like, because we're causing them to suffer, we should actually just refund them all their money. This is the threat I was talking about.
Oh, that's the threat.
And I remember during the booty camp, during the class as I was going around, it was during the bridge station. I asked someone, the two of them, are you okay? She was like, I can't believe I paid you guys to make me suffer like this.
I remember you said that. Yeah. And she went on ahead on Instagram and said, you people need to pay back my money. I can't believe I paid you guys to make me suffer like this.
Yeah. Which is all in jest, and we are very glad to make people reconsider their lives again.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one, best part is the soreness in the hammies and glutes. So it was truly a booty camp. No energy wasted on other muscles. Win-win.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I remember one of similar to that one was someone said the following day they actually had to wake up and go for a walk because they were too sore, and they were like, that workout was very, very well programmed because they could only feel their lower back, not in a bad way. I hope you guys realize there's two ways your lower back can
pain.
It can be sore, and soreness is fine, which is to the sides of your muscles, not a very sharp pain in the middle. So a sore back is it's fine, it's part of the workout.
Same thing like you experience when you deadlift.
Yes, absolutely. So they said, because that workout was very well programmed, because I felt my lower back, my glutes and my hamstrings, and nothing else.
Perfect.
Yeah, because then that's a whole system.
That's the line, the posterior chain.
That's exactly what we were working out. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Very.
The next one was now this was different, because someone said that wait. So it was a picture of this one when we were doing the hip thrust station.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna show you guys that photo. We're going to show you
some of the pictures, and then it was I love it, us encouraging a dying human being who magically survived.
I know this sounds like threats, the dying and the suffering and the
I promise you, actually this person who said this when I posted in my consistency group that the boot camp is happening again, she was like, I'm coming. The same one who is talking about
it's good that it's not bad.
It's not that's the bad one.
That's sweet, like the sweet pain. I think that thing doesn't get talked about enough, because I know for me personally, when you try something new and then you feel that soreness where you've never felt it.
You've never felt it.
It's like, oh, hold up. Yeah, it's actually a good feeling.
And It's a discovering of what I like
New
is to see
muscles.
people. There's a muscle there. Honey, that place can. That's usually amazing.
Because like the butt and hamstrings, I'm sure even there's a lot of men who struggle to target those areas.
Yeah, and men should.
Yeah, it's not that straightforward to target your butt and your hamstrings. I think sometimes there's usually people, I think for the most part, who have like a genetic advantage to targeting those areas in a way, but every other, like an everyday gym goer, to know how to target those particular muscles, like biceps, we all know, like chest, we all know how to kind of, but because I think because we don't see those muscles, we kind of disregard them.
You've really got to have very good mind-muscle connection.
The other thing is for those muscles to be targeted is a hinge movement.
Yes.
Now, I don't know whether you've trained old people and noticed how easy it is for them to do a hinge, especially the African women, because they used to dig. So any older African woman I've trained, it's easy for them to get into a hinge position because they used to dig or they were washing clothes and that
sweeping and everything.
Yes, and sweeping and everything. So it's easy for them to get that hinge. The rest of us, crazy. When are you're sitting our whole lives, we rarely know how to hinge. We don't use the hinge for as many activities in our day as they used to in the past. So that's one of the reasons why people are having a hard time. I also wanted to bring up the essence of everyone training their glutes, men and women, because it will really alleviate most of the lower back problems that people are experiencing. That way you're spending less money on the hospital or the physiotherapist or the chiropractor. So
there's literally a guy who messaged me today morning who had to go see a doctor on Monday, and now he's been signed up for physio and stuff for a pinched nerve in his I think it's in his spine. And so even he was sending videos and he was like half rapping because he couldn't squat properly and whatnot. But for me, I noticed when I learned how to squat and deadlift properly, back pain is no more. Like it's like, what? Like I never feel back pain anymore, and it's such a normal thing.
before
learning how to do those hinging exercises properly, back pain was so normal. Now it's like I don't even have to stretch my lower back in the mornings. Like
that's amazing. The last thing that someone said was, next time we also want those t-shirts.
Hey, this one's
which we really got a beating for, because we only came with my shirt, her shirt, and the shirt for the lady who they're called t-shirts, right? T-shirts. The t-shirts for the lady who we gifted.
She came all the way from Machakos. That was amazing. We've had people come all the way from Machakos, from Moranga for events. It's amazing. At this point, we're just
do a Kenya tour at this point.
You know what? We are going to come back to this podcast in about 4 to 5 months and confirm that.
That's the next place we're going to.
Yeah, good idea.
It is.
Yeah.
The traveling bootcamp.
Why not? See, there are women everywhere and they want to.
And they all want
Oh, that's good. The t-shirts, so our style of having our t-shirts is very baggy t-shirts and then poking them in your sports bra at the back so you can see your peach. You can go to our page. We're going to show you a few photos, but that's something that we have discussed and is on the table for the next
one.
The next one.
There will be t-shirts available for purchase.
Yes.
Tuesday merchandise.
Yes.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one. Yeah.
Nice. Frequently asked questions for the Bootycamp this first April. Where, when, price, all the details.
The where is at Fitness Mania Gym. Fitness Mania Gym is in Parklands along City Park Drive. It is possible to get that location on Google Maps. If you're coming from town, you can board a matatu to Roaka or Banana or Gashie, but then you alight to be on the opposite side because they're going down like this. So you just cross the road this other side and walk along City Park Drive. if you are using an Uber or you are driving yourself there, if you put it on location on your Google Maps, it will take you just there. Fitness Mania, City Park Drive, Parklands, it's on the first floor.
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll see, when you're outside, you'll see the logo, Fitness Mania Gym.
Yes. Price?
So it's 1,000 bob if you pay earlier. If you come to pay the day of the event, it's 1,500 bob. The details for the payments are on the poster, which we're gonna share. But it's either you can DM either of us on our pages. If you already follow us, then you can see the poster. It's very there.
Then now, as far as booty growth specifically, what are the best exercises for booty growth? Give us a sample of the knowledge.
We can talk about one each. Yeah. I really like RDLs. I feel like if you warm them up nicely and you are engaging your glutes using mind muscle connection.
What's an
Water.
RDL. Look at me. Romanian deadlift.
Yes.
Yeah. So you want to hinge from your hips, you're holding a weight. So if you want to do a moderately heavy weight that will get you to around 8 to 10 reps. By the time you're at 8 reps, you're like, but then by 10, you're like, okay, get this thing off me, or rather you drop it, yeah? You want to hinge, and as you're coming up from the RDL, you're pressing into the ground as if you want to separate your foot, your shoe, and the ground. So you press into the ground, and you will feel like electricity come up from your shoe to your quad, to your hamstring, and end up at your glutes at the top of the movement when you're standing up straight. Then when you're going down, you hinge completely. So usually say butt to the ceiling behind you. So if you're here and you're hinging, you don't want to take your butt down here. You want to take your butt up with a maximum hinge. You will feel your posterior stretch. Once you feel maximum stretch in your hamstring is when you know to simame. Then you stand up straight. Again, as you stand up straight, you're pressing into the ground. Feel the electricity, the energy coming up. When you're up at the top, you feel the lock of the energy of what you're carrying in your glutes. Most of the time when you are doing the RDL, you're only going to go, you won't go so low. You won't go reach your ankles.
Yeah, I think mid-shin.
And you don't want to be at your knees. It's definitely mid-shin. So mid-shin, press into the ground as you come up. Then you lock your glutes at the top. That's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that. And allow me to add on to something there. When people are doing deadlifts, you might not know the different types of deadlifts by their name, but when you're doing a deadlift, the more straight your knees are, the more hamstrings you target. Those are now some of the tricks.
I am obsessed with reverse lunges.
You are, yeah?
Obsessed is the word, because at some point I couldn't squat, I couldn't do deadlifts.
Yeah.
So at some point I couldn't do deadlifts, I could not do squats. Actually, I haven't done them in a very long time.
Yeah.
And I stuck to very, very basic. I think that was the one movement that I stuck with for like a very long time. And my goodness, just that and hip thrust. So my hinging was, I did the hip thrust, I couldn't do deadlifts. For my hammies, I just isolate with curls.
Yeah.
And then, so hip thrust and reverse lunges. Oh my goodness.
That's a killer combination. I used to do, when I had a trainer, and then I'm usually afraid of that combo, but it works. It is
miraculous.
Hip thrust and Bulgarian. But it's just kind of the same thing, but then changed up.
Yeah.
When you do a hip thrust and a unilateral movement, that's it.
It's insane.
I don't know why we're giving out these secrets. Kuja Bootycamp.
So I am obsessed with the reverse lunge. Ideally, the way you do your different lunges will allow you to target. So when you find the thing that works for you, stick there. Don't want to vary your movements every other week. Doing those reverse lunges for almost continuously. Not programming anything. It was insane. Because you are very kind on your lower back. So
and you can progress with the unilateral movement.
Yes.
Without needing to go too heavy. but then you're still getting the intensity of the workout on the muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one way I'd also progress was to make them deficit reverse lunges. So I would come up, so then I have more
range of motion.
Enough secrets now.
Oh yeah, enough.
What should I eat for booty?
Another most asked question.
What should you eat for booty growth? I'll tell you this. If you are training for booty growth, you want to have enough energy to lift the weights or to sustain the intensity of the workout needed on that muscle, that kind of stress that is required to tell the muscle, hey, there's something happening here, things are different. Yeah. For you to have that energy, you need to have that energy storage in your body. So you need to have eaten. If you don't eat enough before your leg workout, your glute workout, you will feel faint and you won't be able to carry the weight to the intensity required. So one of the main important things you need to do is ensure you eat carbs before your leg workout. These carbs could be oats or a banana or a rice meal or a sweet potato meal or a chapati meal, because the chapati still has carbs. It's just that we're always going to advocate for more wholesome, more nutritious and fibrous carbs over the processed ones. So definitely eating before your workout, but then not too close to the workout, because with the kind of intensity we want you to go for, it will be easy for you to feel like the food needs to come out, and we don't need that. So an hour and a half, 1 hour, 1.5 hours prior is a good enough time. Also not too far out of the workout, because then it will have been used up.
Yeah, an hour is definitely good.
An hour is good.
So if you're a person who works out in the morning fasting, you wake up, you might just want to, as she said, maybe a banana, maybe a yogurt, something very quick, but you've got to eat, because
you've got to eat.
Yeah, the volume that's needed for growth on leg days is insane. Something else that we cannot stop talking about is absolutely important is protein. That's just, and I think just in the African way, have you ever noticed when you're coaching a client, it's insane how we don't realize what's on our plate until you start picking and choosing and telling people, and they're like, what do you mean this is enough food? I've eaten rice and cabbage. That's you're fine. And the rice is the rice pilau njeri that has waru inside. So the amount of carbs.
Am I salty? I'm looking salty. Let me look cute.
Did something happen? Is that what you have for lunch?
Anywho.
So yeah, a lot of the ways we eat, especially in our African culture, is a lot more carbs than protein. You're supposed to reverse that, because then again, each food group has its own purpose. It's the biology we basically did in primary school. Your carbohydrates are energy giving foods. Your protein is muscle building and repair. So while you're working out and while you're pushing, what you need to be eating a lot more of. So first of all, every meal has to have protein. You just can't be assuming mandazi and chai is enough breakfast. We need some eggs in there. We need some, whether it's plant protein or animal protein. Protein is key. In fact, decide on what protein you're eating first, then surround everything else
around it.
Not we are having ugali and what are we having the chicken with? Yes, that's the question I want you to be asking from now on.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you take those two, you can run away with it.
Yes.
But kuja Bootycamp.
Yeah. Now the nitty-gritties of that is answered in the Bootycamp. Yeah.
So what should people expect in this upcoming Bootycamp on April 1st?
I think people should expect to have a lot of fun. Yeah. Come expecting that you will meet amazing people, and that you're going to enjoy this new process of growing your glutes or learning how to grow your glutes surrounded by people who even want you to win. So it will be so much energy and excitement and still doing the hard necessary work required.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just excited. You'd think we're going for a party.
Right
That's why my answer has been like fun.
It's a party. It's a fitness party kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would say a better event, because I mean it's the third one, and every single time we do this event, we learn from the past ones, and we are able to implement more ideas. We are able to correct what we didn't do maybe right in the previous one. So I'd say expect a better event. It just gets better, because I think the more we do them, the more we're able to understand our market, because it's a fairly new concept even for us. So expect a better event, and I really appreciate you guys for giving us the chance to do this, because to bank on an idea like this and to really accept, and for us to just come out and actually find that there's a niche for this, absolutely amazing.
As always, for sure, also expect to have your glutes pain as you leave that door.
And then you call our names for about the next one.
Shajuma.
But expect to also come out with a lot of knowledge, not just general knowledge of, like we just said, eat protein and train hard. I think our Q&A session after our events is usually very useful, because ladies and women just come up to us and ask even their own personal questions or their own personal experience training. What can I change here? What can I? So you're free to come, and we even help some women with their program designs and things like that.
We have.
I don't know why you'd want to miss an event like that.
Nice. Looking forward to seeing the growth of this event. Thank you for coming to the studio and taking over the Shujaa Fitcast. You guys are veterans at this point. This show, Njoki even more, because she's been on how many other shows.
This is home. Yeah.
So it's really nice to see you guys. It's nice to see you guys do this together, in the spirit of promoting the fitness industry and promoting positivity and sustainable fitness for everybody. I think it's really encouraging. I hope this is the beginning of more people doing stuff like this. Awesome. I think it's really cool what you're doing, and hopefully we can support you in the best way we can. Please like this episode, share it with your friends who need this information. Follow the ladies that you're seeing right now. They know their stuff, they're very professional. They're trainers in their own right, individually, but this event is really cool. You guys have done an amazing job so far, so good luck with the future. And any last words?
We're gonna come back here one day after doing that
and to give more feedback about what people said. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for having us. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Shujaa Fitcast. For more information and business inquiries, email us at shujaafitnesswarrior@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at Shujaa_fitness on Instagram, at Shujaa Fitness on Facebook and TikTok, and subscribe to our channel at Shujaa Fitness on YouTube. For audio versions of this podcast, check us out on Spotify, Boomplay, and Apple Podcasts. This show was recorded and produced at the Represented Studio in Nairobi, Kenya. Special thanks to Lucid for the background music.